A unique being, an extraordinary man arises in this world for the benefit of the many, for the happiness of the many, out of compassion for the world, for the good, benefit, and happiness of gods and men. Who is this unique being? It is the Tathaga, the exalted, fully enlightened one. The Dhamma, teachings of the enlightened Buddha, is wisdom worth spreading. And it was the teachings of the enlightened Buddha that inspired Mr. Pal to create this Dhamma raft, which we now call Pal Buddhist School.
Pal Buddhist School, the inspiration to start it came from a personal life experience. In fact, an experience which made me realize that academic intelligence, or just intelligence alone, is not enough to use as a tool to help us navigate through the complex nature of life. That's when I came across, after 2 or 3 years of searching, the teaching by the Buddha, known as the Dhamma. And so when I came across this Dhamma, it was as if though, as the Buddha always said in the sutta, someone was to turn a light on in a room that is dark, allowing people with eyes to see, as if though to turn something that has been fallen, turn it upright and make it workable, functional again. So when I discovered this Dhamma, having this ability to help me put my life back in order, and not only my life, when I was able to put my life, I was able to put other people's lives back in order. I start to question myself. Why did I not discover this medicine? Why did I not discover this path, this ancient path that was revealed by the accomplished one, the fully enlightened one, the Buddha? Then I realized that it has been such a great loss that in the schooling, in the education system for young people, such a teaching, such a profound path that can empower an individual, whether you're young or you're old. And I from what I gathered when I read the Dhamma, I clearly can see that even when I was younger, if I had access to this knowledge, I would have been able to comprehend it. So that was the seed planting of an idea that was inspired by the Dhamma or by the Buddha himself. It was, I guess, the seed of wanting to benefit other people, not wanting people to walk and experience that treacherous path in life and not having a way out, not having a path or a guide way out. So that was the inspiration. And I thought that, well, if there are Catholic and Christian schools and Muslim schools and so forth, why isn't there a Buddhist school that has these fundamental teachings that can empower a young person throughout their lives? And if you can empower a young person, just one life, that young person can continue to light up many other lives that they can come in touch with.
The mission of creating a school community where students are empowered to be wise, morally upright, compassionate, diligent, and selfless was one worth supporting.
Coming from a medical background, I was really impressed by his grand vision of seeing the school as a fix, a solution for society's ills for the young. And it's not just a treatment either, it's really a primary prevention of a lot of today's youth problem.
Pal Buddhist School has never strayed from its goal, to develop students' wisdom, morality, and diligence, and to allow them to practice and live the Dhamma in everyday life.
The school culture in Pal Buddhist School is very inclusive and nurturing. Although we are a small school, we have a big heart.
The entire community here, both staff and students, work together to create a community that nurtures each other's well-being.
There are a lot of co-curricular activities you can do here at PAL. Creative and performing arts, public speaking, student clubs, and way more.
The Right Action is a Pal Buddhist School's performing arts program that encourages all students to develop their diligence and to nurture their creativity. Students learn to step out of their comfort zone, discover hidden talents, and to develop kindness and appreciation for their peers.
The Right Livelihood is Pal Buddhist School's cooking competition. It helps all students develop a greater understanding of their own culture, as well as greater appreciation for the sacrifices their parents have to make every day. Through preparing dishes for parents and teachers, our students develop compassion, gratitude, and selfless joy while building skills necessary for everyday life.
The Right Speech is a Pal Buddhist School public speaking competition that helps students nurture priceless personal characteristics through the exploration of worldly topics and the teachings of the Buddha. The Right Speech helps us develop confidence, courage, and a greater understanding of how the Dhamma relates to our lives.
The Right Effort is Pal Buddhist School sports program that helps students to set ambitious goals and aspire to be the best athletes they can be. In sports, we learn to be supportive teammates, develop diligence, and cultivate an enthusiastic and steadfast determination towards our pursuits.
Our fort washing ceremony aims to foster the values of respect, gratitude, and humility. It gives students a meaningful way of honouring the great parents, mentors, and teachers in our lives.
Shave for Vesak is a Pal Buddhist School student-led initiative that invites us to conquer our fear and also cut off our hindrances. Participants shave their hair to symbolize the letting go of ego and sensual desire for external beauty, and embracing the realization that it is our inner beauty that radiates foremost. Shave for Vesak also aims to visualize the Buddhist teachings of renunciation through liberation.
It is clear upon meeting that you can see they're almost like a different breed of student, almost a gentler, more polite. When you come up and they automatically greet you with, palms together. It's just a vibe that you can sense in the air when you enter the school and see these kids. It's just, and it's not just the kids, but it's the whole atmosphere, the whole probably a sort of value system that comes right from the top down to the teacher and down to the students. Everybody's like a big family.
And that gratitude and that kind of respect, what I've seen in the students of Pal Buddhist School, I've not seen it easily in the Western school there. Buddhist school with academics will definitely will make a great difference, because it is not only about academics. It's about Dhamma they will learn side by side. It's about the correct morals, and definitely when you grow up, you will definitely see a child which you always wanted to see right from the beginning.
I found that as like a young, young mind, you're like a sponge. You're sort of like very open to absorbing a lot of knowledge and influence. And Mr. Pal provided a lot of that, and he was always like supportive of wanting you to do well, but also wanting you to sort of find your own way as well, like teaching you more than just what was in the books. And I think that's like what you can take on board and use within the rest of your life. And it's something that's very memorable to me.
Where they won't just end up learning things on the textbook, but they will also learn about themselves. They will learn life lessons, the tools, the behaviors, and the attitudes that they need to do well in this life and beyond school or uni.
What I envision is a school that will be well respected. If not in New South Wales, it'll be all throughout Australia, for two main factors. One will be the academic excellence. With the likes of the top school, such as James Roos or Sydney Grammar. And the other factor is a school unlike any other school, a school where students uphold moral values, wisdom. People will see us as a school that is not afraid to uphold traditions and values that are universally beneficial to every human being. There's quite a few factors that I'm quite confident. Knowing those factors exist gives me great confidence and great selfless joy to know that I'm, it most likely will happen. One is that I know that there are many great number of friends out there, Buddhist friends out there, who have very kind hearts, who has been helping us, and there are many more who are out there who may not know of us yet. And I know that those friends will step in to help, just as the Buddha said, like elements attract like elements. For example, milk attracts to milk, honey attracts to honey. Just in the same way, when people have upright moral conduct and people who understand Dhamma will attract to people who understand Dhamma. So for that reason, I believe that, I have very strong confidence that our Buddhist friends out there will step and unite and come together to make this school strong for the purpose of making sure that the plant that has already grown is strong enough to inspire more communities, more Buddhist communities. I'd like to open more schools like this. And the other reason why I'm very confident is that our students who's been with us throughout their school life, they have become a role model. They have become the model that we're trying to nurture in them, wholesome leaders. That's the model we're trying to create. These wholesome leaders will continue to look back in their school and rebuild. And the current students and their parents will also and have been, and they still are, and the numbers are growing. They're stepping in to actually build this school for their children. This school is a non-profit school, which as a founder, I founded, and its incorporation is set as non-profit, which means it's technically the community school. It is, as a founder, it's my gift to our Buddhist community. Our students and our parents did a great job in creating awareness to the community to actually get the school to where we are today. If you ask me 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, in its first 2 years, in its school's first 2 years, is if it's possible, if I can see that we're actually able to be having money to buy this land, I would probably say to you, no, I'm not that confident, because we were struggling enough to actually find enough money to operate the school at this particular site, Candy Valley. But somehow inside me, I was quite confident that there are many good-hearted people out there, like the people who are watching this video, who will step forward to help. And that confidence came to me only when but it came to me when I was reading the words of the Buddha. He said that for as long as you keep your intention true, and your words are honest and your actions are honest, the people will come to help you. The Dharma will guide you, and the people will follow.
Though little, he recites the sacred texts, but acts in accordance with the teaching, forsaking lust, hatred, and ignorance, truly knowing, with mind well freed, clinging to not here and hereafter, he shares the fruit of the holy life. The sun shines by day, the moon is radiant by night. Armored shines the warrior king, meditating the Dharma shines, but all day and night the Buddha shines in glory.